of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who plans to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sanga Conference call. Let us move on to our next section, that is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining the call today?
हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, Dandavas Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। This is Arvind from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindas Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. My humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Param Pavani Shamadevi Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Pavani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, this is Kamala Vidasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. This is Susmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Susmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone who would like to introduce on the call today? Okay. I welcome all of you once again for this Bhakti Sangha Conference call. I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Conference call today. We are really fortunate to have today His Grace Sundar Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj to enlighten on the topic of Atonement, Prayaschitta. Before I hand over the call to Maharaj, I would like to hand over the call to Susmita Mataji for the brief introduction on Maharaj. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Today's speaker is His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj. His Holiness is amongst the senior-most disciple of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, is an international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, and a renowned youth preacher. He specializes in inspiring and empowering people to realize their true selves. As a keynote speaker, thousands of people have discovered a new light from his energetic workshops worldwide. He is basically from Mauritius, where he came in contact with ISKCON in 1982. In 1986, Maharaj has joined the Brahmachari ashram, dedicated his life to the mission from 1988 to 1992. He served as a Sankirtana leader in Mauritius. Maharaj has served as temple president in Mauritius and in Nagpur, India for several years. He travels to many countries, and he is a very active preacher in Arvet, Noida, Delhi, Europe, Italy, England, France, Belgium, South Africa, Reunion Island. He has managed interfaith events, bringing together the communities of different religious faith in order to strengthen their faith and belief in God together. He has opened ISKCON preaching centers all over the world. Maharaj Sundar Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj is popular for his outstanding lectures and seminar about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness with the expert hand in Vajan and Kirtans. Even Maharaj is teaching all the scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and for the past few years and at present, Maharaj is a lecturer at Vaishnava Institute of Higher Education in Sri Vrindavan Dham, India. He has also been an inspirational coordinator to various international level festivals in Mauritius. He has managed the famous 3 days Ratha Yatra festival in Mauritius, which is attended by thousands of guests. This is a brief introduction about Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Now I will hand over the call to you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for that brief introduction. We are waiting for Maharaj to join.
Krishna Bhagavati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances or glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sanita Ramya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, all praise to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sanga Conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhargavi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte, and Mataji Maharaj is coming in a few minutes.
Okay, Mataji, we'll wait. Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining Bhakti Sanga Conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we cannot hear you at all.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We are waiting for Maharaj to join. We are just chanting till then. Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Mataji Maharaj is on the call.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Maharaj,
Krishna.
be success our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Maharaj, for giving your time and valuable assistance in this Bhakti Sanga Conference call. We are really fortunate to have you on this call, Maharaj. Thank you so much. And today's topic is Atonement, Prayaschitta. We are done with the introduction. You can please take over, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Not so well. I've got a small cold, but still I can speak. Okay, so thank you very much for this kind invitation to speak today. And I was thinking about that I could also speak on this topic, Prayaschitta, atonement, how it describes, especially in the 6th canto in Srimad Bhagavatam, in regard to the story of AJamil. So, yeah. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Kantarada Kanta Namastite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. So this shows how much devotees are very, very eager to listen to Bhagavad Katha. And that story itself was told by Agastya Muni to Sukadeva Goswami. And Agastya Muni, he was having the deity with him, and he was holding the feet of the deity, and he was telling, that is a true story. That is a true story. That is the true story. He's not lying. So Sukadeva Goswami also have heard that story from his father, but now he's getting more enlightenment on that story from Agastya Muni. So in canto 5, Sukadeva Goswami speaks a lot about the Hades planet. There are many Hades planets, 28 types of Hades planets there. So then the question was asked by Maharaj Parikshit, how can the people be safe from going to the hellish planet? How can they avoid the hellish planet? So, and here Sukadeva Goswami will be speaking. So Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Maharaj Parikshit. And Maharaj Parikshit was not worried about himself because he was a grandson of Yudhishthir Maharaj, already great personality. He was not worried about himself. And now many people have come to listen to Sukadeva Goswami. They have dropped all their activities to listen to Sukadeva Goswami. About 80,000 sages came. So now he's asking this question, how can people be saved from going to the hellish planet? So we know that people are in goodness, passion, ignorance, they go to different places. Just like if you want to change your house, you have a house, you want to change it. Normally, you would prefer to go to a better place, a good house, better house. When you change your house, you want to buy another good one, better one. So similarly, people, sinful people, it is explained that, but sinful people who do not atone, sinful people who do not atone for their sin, they will go to hell. And this is written in Manu Samhita. This is one of the Dharma Shastra. There are many Dharma Shastras. So Manu Samhita is one of the Dharma Shastras. So that's explained that people who do not atone for their sinful activities, they'll go to hell. They have to atone for their sinful activities before they die. And not only when they become old, when they are still in good condition. It is not that when the people become old, they cannot even walk to go to the toilet. Somebody has to hold a hand to go to the toilet. Then they are going to beg for forgiveness, to atone for their sinful activities. That will not work. And in this lifetime, if they don't do it in this lifetime, the sin will get accumulated, just like the bank interest. And even in the future, no Prayaschitta will work also because of accumulation of sinful activities, right? So before becoming diseased, before becoming infirm, one must atone for his sinful activities. Because at the time of death, if somebody is begging for forgiveness from Yamadutas, at that time the Yamaduta is going to beat him more and more, right? And the one Yamaduta will be training other Yamaduta to beat him because he's begging for forgiveness at the time of death, right? This is why one has to do Prayaschitta before dying, right? So otherwise he will be beaten more and more by the Yamadutas. So Sukadeva Goswami said, the answer by Sukadeva Goswami, the first answer he gave is, before getting in trouble, one must do Prayaschitta, right? There are many Prayaschitta mentioned in Dharma Shastra. Small Prayaschitta for small sinful activity. Big Prayaschitta for bigger sinful activity. This was written by Manu Maharaj. It was called Manu Samhita, Dharma Shastra. This was written by Manu Maharaj, who has given all this, right? So this is for, so what is this Prayaschitta? What is this atonement? There is kind of a remedy. For this sin, I have to do this. Like for example, if somebody engaged in stealing money, what kind of Prayaschitta he must do? he must give charity, right? Or even if one has done the sinful activity of killing a Brahmana, what he should do, what is the atonement? He should give charity to Brahmanas. He should get wealth to Brahmanas. Or there are other types of one should do, like for example, one should eat once in a day, or one should fast. So there are different types of prayaschitta for different types of sin. Otherwise, if people do not atone for the sinful activities, they'll go to hell. And the suffering will keep on increasing and increasing and increasing, like interest. And in this lifetime, no question of next life, right? So just like when there is a disease, one should take care of the disease now. Not wait for a longer time. Otherwise, the medicine will not work. Will not work later. So, if somebody has a cat, someone has a cat, and you want to safeguard a cat, to take care of the cat, that the cat will not run away. A lion is not required. Only a small child with a stick is enough, right? So, for sinful activities, the holy name is not required. It is like lion taking care of the cat. So we see that AJamil, he chanted in Namabhas. This Namabhas is enough to get rid of all the sinful activities. Simply by chanting Namabhas means he was not calling for the Lord. There are 4 ways of doing Namabhas. Like somebody indirectly is calling the Lord. Indirect, like AJamil is not calling God. Indirectly was calling God, but he was not direct. He was calling for his son. So this is called Namabhas. Another type of Namabhas means some people who they are joking with the holy name, joking to the devotees, make jokes with the devotees. They're calling Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, jokingly. That's called Namabhas. For some people, they play music, teasing the devotees with music. Or someone may also neglectfully chanting. Neglectfully is chanting. These are called Namabhas. So that is enough to eradicate suffering. AJamil was calling for his son. And that is called, actually, in fact, chanting the holy name is to get love of Godhead. But Parikshit Maharaj saying that, oh yeah, okay, it is okay to do atonement, Prayaschitta, but I'm not pleased with that kind of atonement. I'm not happy. I'm not pleased with this. What happened? Because atonement, how it looks like, many people are put in jail because of their sinful activity, breaking the law. But again, they go back and commit the same sinful activity again, right? So one is forced to commit sin again. Parikshit Maharaj is saying that it is very difficult. It is very difficult to be sinless. It is very difficult to stop sinning. It's very difficult not to commit sin. That's very difficult. One is forced to commit sinful activity. Even after atonement, Janiya Sunya Bishakainu, people are consciously drinking poison. They go and again, forced, but they cannot stop. People cannot stop doing sinful activity. Although he may atone, although people may atone Prayaschitta, but the desire remains. The desires remain again and again. Just like you take a box of camphor, kapur, you remove all the kapur, but the smell remained, kapur. Smell remained in the box. So all the people atone for their sinful activity, but the desire remained. So Maharaj Parikshit is saying, this process is not good, atonement. So some people, they still commit sinful activities, even after doing atonement. Due to their previous sanskar, it comes again and again. And then he becomes victimized by Maya. So he's saying this is useless. This atonement is actually useless. Can you imagine here? Sukadeva Goswami is speaking in a great assembly of 80,000 people, sages. He's speaking in front of them. But here Maharaj Parikshit is rejecting in front of all the sages. Is rejecting Prayaschitta. This is not good. And this is, he's saying that this is like bathing of the elephant, right? The elephant takes a bath and throw the dust upon his body at the river, right? So, yeah, this is a human nature actually. Due to many, many lifetimes, he commits sin again and again. One acharya was saying that maybe this elephant is thinking, this is the same dust that Ahalya became delivered by the dust of Lord Ramachandra. So maybe the elephant is thinking like that. He's throwing dirt, soils upon his body to become dirty again. So, yeah, this is like why Parikshit Maharaj is against. He's saying that we cannot clean stool by stool. Stool cannot be cleaned by stool. But why Sukadeva Goswami has proposed atonement, Prayaschitta? In fact, he wanted to test Parikshit Maharaj. He knows that's not the solution, but he wanted to test Parikshit Maharaj. Let me see if he will be satisfied. Sukadeva Goswami was happy. Sukadeva Goswami was pleased that Parikshit Maharaj is not happy about Prayaschitta. And Parikshit Maharaj said, please tell me something good, that people will not do sin again, that people will not commit sin again and again. Tell me something better. This is, for example, somebody goes to a doctor. So doctor says food prohibition, do not eat this, do not eat that. But if the patient is going to eat that food, the wrong food, so what's the use? They get disease again. So what's the use? It's like bathing of the elephant. It's Prayaschitta. So not to commit sin again is very difficult. Not to commit sin again is very, very difficult. Right? So stool cannot be cleaned by stool. Right? This is in Ramacharita Manas is written. Stool cannot clean stool. So this types of Prayaschitta is people commit sinful activities due to karma kand. Because they want to enjoy. Now this Prayaschitta is also karma kand. So karma kand cannot help karma kand. So trying to counteract karma with another karma. This is what's happened. This is Prayaschitta. Trying to counteract karma with another karma. So now a question may come. If Manu Samhita is a Dharma Shastra, why did they explain in Manu Samhita? Why it is explained in Manu Samhita that one has to do Prayaschitta if it is rejected, if it is been rejected by Maharaj Parikshit? So why it is explained in Manu Samhita? But of course, these types of Prayaschitta are for people who do not want to identify themselves as the servant of God, who do not want to identify God, who do not want to identify themselves as a servant of God. And this Manu Samhita is for the ignorant people. For example, if you tell the people, sit down and chant Hare Krishna, he will not do that. If you tell him, go to do yatra to India, he may go. He likes it, to visit the holy places. But if you tell him to sit down and chant Hare Krishna, he will not do that. Right? Sit down, do bhajan? No. He will not do that. But he will go, he may go to yatra. He may not chant. Yeah. So this is kind of why this for them, the Manu Samhita has been given. Those people who are in ignorance, but they can do little tapasya, they can do yajna, they can do dana. Right? It's for them. So by doing this, they will become a little bit purified. They'll become a little bit purified, but not deep, not much, not deep purification. Right? So by yajna, dana, tapasya, they get. Sometimes it looks like people are doing all this. They're becoming purified without bhakti. Sometimes it looks like it. Without bhakti, they are getting purified. But no, it doesn't last longer. It's just for a little while because they don't get deeper purification. So this is why Maharaj Parikshit is asking, what is the real Prayaschitta? Please tell me. Tell me something better than this Prayaschitta. What is the real one? And then Maharaj Sukadeva Goswami continues. Then he speaks about jnana. He starts to speak the process of jnana. Jnana means, for example, seeing a dead body, one gets some jnana, knowledge, right? And then Sukadeva Goswami said how to keep the jnana longer, because some people may receive some knowledge, but then they can forgive. But how to keep this knowledge for long? He said by keeping some regulation, niyam, doing some austerity is important to keep the jnana alive. Like for example, controlling the eye, the tongue, one must do some tapasya. Tapasya is difficult, yes. And then he speaks about brahmacharya, right? Brahmacharya gives shakti to the mind, right? So there are niyam and niyam. Speaks about brahmacharya life, right? So, but even they do that, still Maharaj Parikshit is not pleased with it, because by doing all this, real purification has not taken place. Like in the case of Vishwamitra, he was a long life brahmachari, Vishwamitra Muni, and Sobari Muni said Vishwamitra Muni fell prey to Menka, Sobari Muni also fell down. So brahmacharya without Krishna consciousness is not purified to the root, does not purify to the root. Brahmacharya without Krishna cannot purify the person to the roots. That's why we see Bhagavata speaks of karma yoga, jnana yoga, and then at the end he said, bhakti yoga, bhaktya mam abhijanati. Right? So Bhagavatam explained that sometime for a forest to get burned, whole forest to be burned, it just needs a small stick, bamboo stick to get fire, catching fire, a small bamboo stick like a matchstick with fire, and then it can burn the whole forest. Just a small bamboo stick catching fire and burn the whole forest. So now he's giving the solution. So devotees, they don't get rid of sin. Devotees, their desire is not to really get rid of the sin. Devotees, they want bhakti. Devotees want only bhakti. That's why the word is used here, Vasudeva, in the Bhagavatam, Vasudeva Parayana, or Narayana Parayana. And those who follow the path of bhakti, Vasudeva Parayana. They have no desire to get rid of sinful activities. Sinful activities automatically get rid by performing devotional service. So that's called the path followed by the devotees. Who behave fully, and they receive the good qualification of a devotee. They become free from fear. Devotees become free from fear because bhakti, one who performs bhakti becomes fearless. In fact, there is fear in other process, right? So, and bhakti, this bhakti Vasudeva Parayana, Parayana, right? Abirth is transcendental. So this transcendental nature is not dependent on karma jnana, but on Vasudeva Parayana. Because the goal is to satisfy the Lord by devotional service only. So only those devotees can eradicate a sinful activity with no possibility that it will grow again. This is how they can eradicate all sinful activities, that it will not grow again. And the example is given in Bhagavatam, just like the sun. The morning sun, it rises. When the morning sun rises, it dissipates the darkness. It dissipates the fog. And it doesn't come back again during the day. So when the darkness is dissipated, it does not come back again. So only devotees who are practicing, who are serving Vasudeva Parayana, they can actually eradicate the sinful activities. Just like the sun is dissipating the darkness, right? So the sinful activities are like darkness, fogs. Bhakti is like the sun. So when the sun is rising, definitely automatic, the darkness and the fog will disappear. So in one name only, so much Shakti in just one name, Narayan, cutting the sin. How much sin we can cut? Then holy name, how many sinful activities he can dissipate? It is explained that he can cutting the sin that no one can commit. So much sin that nobody can even commit. That many sin the holy name can cut, can eradicate. It's like when the sun is rising, the darkness has no power to become more dark, right? When the sun is rising in the morning, the darkness doesn't have more power to become more darker again, right? Just by the sunrise. So the chanting just one name can actually dissipate all the sinful reaction. How can one fill up darkness? How much more dark you can fill up, build up more dark when the sun is rising? Not possible. We cannot do that, right? It's like when we see a little light in the morning, we see everything. We see everything, yes. So the holy name can eradicate the roots of desires. Just like when we chant, the sin will disappear. The fog, when the sun is rising, the fog will disappear. So most of the rishis are saying, what they are saying, Kaivalya Bhakti. Many of the rishis, they are saying only Kaivalya Bhakti can actually eradicate. Kaivalya Bhakti. No need for karma, no need for jnana. Bhakti only. Chanting, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, that's enough. Doing arti, hearing, chanting, serving. This is durlabh, of course, it is rare. And this is called Vasudeva Parayana, which is rare. Of course, the sun do not come. The sun do not come to dissipate darkness. No. That's not the duty of the sun. The prime duty of the sun is not to come to dissipate the darkness. But darkness is automatically gone in the morning. This darkness is automatically destroyed before the sun comes. And this fog is destroyed. Right? So just by holy name can destroy the previous sinful activities, and that they do not return, just like the fog do not return again in the morning once the sun is rising. Right? So now another question somebody may speak. So if the Lord's name is enough, so why do they speak of atonement? This is coming from Manu Samhita. Was he mad person? Was Manu Maharaj a mad person? Why did he speak of atonement? He had given that in Manu Samhita. Sukadeva Goswami is saying that yes, they can help a little bit. They do cut some sinful reaction. They do give some purification, but not at the root. Not at the root. But only the path of Vasudeva Parayana, chanting of the holy name, serving the Vaishnava, serving the Mahatmas, there is no fear. This path of bhakti, there is no fear. In fact, in the path of jnana, and karma, people become victim to Maya. Senses can become victim to Maya. In the path of karma, in the path of jnana, there is fear. Why? Because in the path of bhakti, devotees do not become envious. Nirmat saranam satam. Dharma projta kaita vatra nirmat saranam satam. Is for nirmat saranam. For those who are non-envious. We see that in our ISKCON society, there is no enviousness much because we do service together. We want everyone to take prasadam. When the family is going to the temple, bring the whole family to the temple. But in the case of Jnani, the person is alone. He will go to the Himalaya, will read or do tapasya, alone. He wants to develop himself, not the whole family. So this is why beautiful the process is bhakti. The other paths, in tapasya, in dana, dhyana, they want only for themselves to make advancement, right? So in devotional service, there is no competition. There's no competition. In jnana and austerity, there is enviousness. Like somebody is doing tapasya, Indra become envious, who is going to take my position. He should not take my position. So in the other process, there is competition, there is, so if one is making some progress, then demigods will create obstacle. So they become fearful. But in the path of bhakti, suppose I'm chanting 16 rounds, and if someone is also chanting 16 rounds, there is no enviousness. Yeah, it's a chant more. Will be more happy. So in bhakti, everyone is happy, is pleased. Anyone who's making spiritual advancement. If we go for Mangalarti, we try to bring everybody to Mangalarti. Wake up, come for Mangalarti, chant and dance together. Let us all go to Janmashtami festival, right? But mature world, Gyanis, if someone gets a degree, if one gets a degree, he wants to keep it for himself. He doesn't want to give it to others, right? Keep it for himself. Because there is enviousness in the path of Jnana and Karma. So if the path has envy, then where should we go? What should we do? In the path of Bhakti, there is book distribution. Why book distribution? Because we want everyone to get Krishna Prema, right? We want people to become devotee, not only keep it for myself. So devotee distribute books to other people. And you have devotees whom you can talk. You can make friends in the association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kahe. But in the path of Jnana, they want to go to their own place. No friend, no people to talk, right? And they say, okay, we are all Brahm. That's fear. That's envy. And one want to become more advanced than the other one. Like in Bhakti path, there is Bhagavad Katha. Thousands of people are sitting together, no problem, no enviousness. Thousands of people are gathering. But in the Jnana process, the path, they go to the Himalaya, they go somewhere else alone, right? So in the path of Bhakti, all the family goes to the temple together. There is help for each other, right? There is dharamshala, there is prasadam distribution, there is book distribution, there is kripa. In the path of bhakti, there is help and kripa. We want to make arrangement. There is a big festival. We want to make arrangement where everyone can come and attend. So in the path of bhakti, there is help and kripa also. So we help people when people go to parikrama. There is also water distribution. One who are thirsty, prasadam distribution. They are also serving prasadam, make facilities, dharamshala. So here we see that in the assembly of Sukadeva Goswami, 80,000 sages were sitting. And Sukadeva Goswami is bringing all of them to the path of bhakti, right? 80,000 of them. Sukadeva Goswami is bringing all of them to the path of bhakti. So this is how the process of bhakti is so sufficient. Means, Sukadeva Goswami give another example why the atonement, this Prayaschitta doesn't work. He gives the example of a pot. A pot contains liquor. A pot that contains liquor cannot be purified. Liquor, alcoholic drink, cannot be purified. Cannot be purified. No matter how much you try to bring the pot to many rivers to try to purify it will never be purified. The pots of liquor, the contamination remain. So similarly, so one who is a devotee, atonement cannot purify. Atonement, one who is not the devotee. Atonement cannot purify him. Sakrin namaha Krishna padaravindayo. Explain. But one, Sakrin namaha Krishna padaravindayo. Krishna pad, lotus feet. Surrendered to the lotus feet. Even once of the Lord, even once he become attracted. Even once, yes. And it becomes attracted to their names, form, lila, even for 1 second. He will never see Yamadutas even in dream. Right? Even if for 1 second one become attracted to the name, form, Nam, Gun, Rup, Lila of the Lord, he will not see Yamadutas even in dream. Now, what to speak of those devotees who engage in devotional service was to speak of them. They have not still underwent understand Krishna, yet they will not see Yamadutas. So this is the glories of bhakti. We can see the glories of bhakti here. So even if it is small, even if it is a small bhakti, but it's great, result is great, right? But tapasya, no matter how tapasya is big, but the result is very small. And likewise, no matter how small is bhakti, but the result is big. So this is why the question was asked now. Maharaj Parikshit is asking question, has it ever happened? Has it ever happened? Is it possible that the person committing sinful activities get liberation by namabhas? Has it ever happened? Just by namabhas. And now he's going to speak about the story of AJamil. Yes, it has happened. So that story was told by Agastya Muni to Chaitanya Goswami. Yes, it has happened. Just by chanting in Namabhas. I've already explained what is Namabhas. Namabhas, there are 4 ways. Like one who is indirectly chanting, calling for God, like AJamil, indirectly. Or some people do it out of joke, chanting the names out of joke. Some people, they do it neglectfully. Some people do it just teasing with musical instrument. So this is called Namabhas. It's a reflection of the name. He was not calling the name of God. He was not calling God. He was calling for his son. And then he is now relating that story. Ajamila. Mila means mix. Mix with Aja. Mix with sinful activity. Ajamil. Milan. Right? So he was maintaining his family by cheating, killing, gambling, plundering, and also kidnapping. That's what he was doing. Is Ajamil. Very beautiful stories is explaining in Srimad Bhagavatam how he actually was he was sinful Brahmana. He was associating with Asuchi Malat, means associating with a prostitute, which is condemned, in fact, right? So that prostitute used to drink, used to eat, and whatever remnants would remain from the prostitute, whatever remnants remain, and that would be given to Ajamil. Ajamil would be eating even the remnants of that prostitute. And that lady used to drink alcohol and Ajamil would be eating from her hand, right? So, and that prostitute used to associate with other men also. So this is why it is very, we should be careful. Devotees should not eat food cooked by non-devotees. And just see what has happened to Ajamil. He was eating from her hand, and he was eating the remnant also left by the prostitute. So he was condemned. He was eating, means eating food by by the prostitute. Yes. This is why in a family we have in a family, mother is cooking. People should eat food cooked by the mother, sisters, or brothers, because they're cooking with feeling. There is feeling of love. And we have family. The best hand is mother. Of course, mother is the best hand, number one. Then the wives, and because they are Vaishnavas. Other food we eat outside may look the same. And the waitress is bringing the food in the restaurant at the table. But that food will not bring the same consciousness. The food may look the same, but mother will not bring the bill, right? But in a restaurant, there is bill also have to pay. There is big difference. So one should eat only food made by the devotees. So eating food cooking by the prostitute like eating stool. So the leftover was given to, so now he's telling that story. Sadhu is telling that story. It was a low-class man. He was seen, he started to live with that low-class lady, that is AJamil. And he would go to that woman's house regularly. And this is how he was contaminated, became so contaminated. And now he's dead. He has not done any atonement, right? But the Yamadutas here, they understood that he was not calling for God, he was calling for his son. This is why we cannot accept that. He was calling for his son, not for God. But the Vishnudutas came immediately. Became sorry. In place of dharma, adharma is taking prominence. What is dharma? You don't know what is dharma. So he's going to prove now how AJamil is pure and he has done the right Prayaschitta, the right atonement. So this conversation was going on between Vishnudutas and the Yamadutas. They were talking about logic. Vishnudutas are gentlemen. So they were hearing. They wanted to hear also. Although they are senior, more perfect, but they wanted to hear from the Yamadutas. Although they know that Yamadutas were right. The Yamadutas were right, but also at the same time they were wrong. The Yamadutas, they were right, but at the same time they were wrong also. But some truth is there when the Yamadutas are talking. Yes, some truth is there that he has committed many sinful activities. AJamil has committed many sinful activities. And the Yamadutas, they were hearing like a gentleman. They were hearing from the Yamadutas like a gentleman. So what's going on like that? This is why we also hear from other people. And then we can give our opinion. We can learn how to speak. So the behavior of the Yamadutas, people may follow, but Prabhupada is saying that about the politician, also Prabhupada said about politician. So set good example. So if a father, for example, if politicians are committing mistake, what will happen to the people? If the leaders that do sinful activities, the leaders commit sinful activities, what's going to happen to the people? If a father is also committing sinful activities, what's going to happen to the son, to the children? Right? So it's best not to do it. Otherwise, the younger generation will follow. If the son is seeing the father smoking, the children will also start smoking. Because people cannot understand, cannot distinguish between good and bad. So if a master is foolish, why will the child take shelter? A child is sleeping in the lap of the mother, sitting in the lap of the mother. And if the mother is not setting the right example, where will the child go? Leaders, normally, they are condemned who do not know the laws, right? It's like a train. The driver of the train, he has to know the route, he has to drive properly, because the many passengers, everyone will go to the same direction. And the train driver should know which way to go. So here, Yamaraj is controlling everyone. But if himself making a mistake, then what will happen to the citizens? So by chanting, he has already atoned for all his sinful activity. He cannot go to hell. He will go to higher planet. So this is the power of chanting. This is why we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Right? So this holy name, 2 syllable, Krishna, is enough to get liberation. Or Narayana. But the Yamadutas, they were arguing again. How can he be liberated? Because he has not done any yagya, any tapasya, any dana. If he has said Narayan together with some yagya, tapasya and dana, then we can accept. He has not done all this. Okay, he may have said Narayan only, but if we have did some yagya, dana, tapasya, then we could accept. We cannot believe only Narayan. That's only once. But Yamaduta is saying that he has already said Narayan, and he has said more. He has said already too much. Too much already he has said, right? Even if he would have said Nara, not complete, Nara, and that would have been enough. Or Krishna only, that would have been enough. He has already said too much. By saying Narayan, that is already too much. So, like I was saying earlier, that to keep a cat, safeguard a cat, you don't require a lion. Just a small child with a stick is enough. So what are we learning from this? This is why we should always keep on chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in that way, Yamadutas here, they are giving the points for atonement. But the Vishnu Duta is also giving point for real atonement. Real atonement and love of God. Right? So he said already 4 letters. He was calling for his son. Narayana, please, from you are sitting in the lap of your mother, please come and sit in the lap of my lap. 4 letters, Narayana. Right? Now it's pure. But the Yamadutas, they cannot understand still. Even if it has to get purified, he has to do 12 years of sadha. Then he can be atoned. because he has done so many sinful activities, right? Maybe he will have the millions and millions of Shraddha in Papa, right? So how can you say that only by chanting Narayan, only he has atoned already? So here the Yamadutas are counting his sin. Yamadutas are counting his sinful activities. How many sin he has committed, he has done. He's been drinking wine, he's been betraying, he's been killing brahmanas, associating, one who drinks wine, they have to atone. One who betrays, killing brahmanas, sinful activities, associate with guru's wife, killing father, killing mother, killing the cow. So these are the greatest sin. So if one pronounce the name of God, that is enough. How is that be enough? So this is a very important Siddhanta to understand. So Sridhar Swami is saying, is giving a commentary, that Lord is saying, the person who called my name he is mine. The person who called my name is mine. This is the intelligence of the Lord, right? So when the Lord said he is mine, then the Lord will do. When the Lord is saying he is mine, so when the Lord is saying he is mine, he will do everything for that people. This is why you see always devotees have hand in their bead bag, always in their bead bag. The hand is always there. Sometimes mine is maybe somewhere else, right? But the hand is always in the bead bag, right? Because the Lord is saying he's mine. His mind is on God. His mind is on God, right? He's calling my name. If you're calling someone, if you're calling someone by his name, he will turn his attention to you just by calling his name. Although his name is temporary, he will see who is calling me. So Narayan was his name. His name is not AJamil's name, son's name. This Narayan is the Lord's name. Doesn't belong to the son of AJamil. Because originally this name belongs to God. So when AJamil called Narayan, the Lord attention came to him, right? The Lord attention came to AJamil. And Narayan is not thinking, oh, he's calling for his son. The Lord should have known that he's calling for his son. No. But the Lord understands this. And Krishna is promising, one who surrenders to me, he will protect, right? He will protect him. Just like Draupadi, in the case of Draupadi, Krishna called Krishna, Gajendra also calling Lord. Gajendra called. Still when it was calling, not completed, na, only na, not completed. Narayan, calling na, not completed yet. The Lord left Vaikuntha. And Garuda, he left Garuda also. Garuda was too slow. Came to the rescue of the devotees, right? So our mind may not be in control, but the Lord's mind is very much under control, right? So it's fully controlled. The Lord's mind is fully controlled. So this is why we cannot achieve the Lord by Maya, right? So there is no other method. The only method in Kali Yuga is the name of the Lord. So the names actually will easily make the purification happen. Because Krishna means all attractive. It's beautiful. One will understand by chanting his name, the qualities of the Lord comes. Qualities of the Lord is reminded. So you become free, and then by chanting one become free, and also love of God, it is awakened. But the other kind of atonement, the mind will run again to sun gratification. Total nullification of sin. Shastra is saying to chant the Mahamantra only. So that's the scripture is saying very, very clearly to chant, purify the heart. And Srimad Bhagavatam is full of the names and fame of the Lord. This is why Srimad Bhagavatam is famous. It's a perfect atonement. This is a perfect atonement. Just by keeping this book at home, it purified the home, right? So now what's happening after hearing both conversation? After hearing both conversation on both sides, now he's lamenting. AJamil is lamenting very much. Why did I left my wife, my chaste wife? My chaste wife left me, went to her father's house. She was young, she was beautiful. Why I left? Only because of that prostitute. So he's lamenting like that. Of course, he was released. He was released. The AJamil was released from Yamaraj's rope. So, and that time the Vishnudutas, they were actually, they saw that AJamil wanted to say something. AJamil wanted to speak. But the Vishnudutas disappeared. Why they disappeared from his presence? So this is kind of love separation to make his love intense due to separation. And now AJamil could understand the real dharma from the false dharma. Alas, how degraded I have become. I'm so condemned. In old age, I did not even see. He was condemned by the society. How degraded I am. I left my family. Now he considers himself very, very fallen. I must suffer for that. And then he was it a dream that I saw the Vishnudutas? Was that a dream? I saw 4 beautiful people coming. But still, I feel so happy because of their visit. And he's saying also that, how come that the Lord came to rescue me and I was saved? This must be because of due to my past previous devotional service. And then AJamil became renounced, very much renowned. He left, and then he went to Haridwar and joined. It's explained that he joined the temple there to Haridwar, and in the temple of Lord Vishnu, he's serving there, and there he started to perform bhakti, bathing the deities, take care of the deities like Pujari Seva. He could start doing that also there in Haridwar. He became so much attracted to the Lord, became more and more advanced in his bhakti. So seva is very, very important. So waking up the deity, deity also depend on the devotee to wake him up. Deity waiting for the devotee to wake him up when the devotee will come, and feed me. So this is how devotees become connected, and this is called yoga. So great sadhana, all senses become fixed. So this is how AJamil became purified, and then he saw again at the end. He saw the same Vishnudutas who came. he saw the same Vishnudutas in Haridwar at the end. He saw the same Vishnudutas who came, and then with the Viman, this time with the Viman aircraft, and then they took AJamil back to Vaikunta. So this is how AJamil was saved, and he got a second chance, and he had completed his atonement by chanting the holy name. And for us, for devotees, the real atonement is the awakening of our Krishna consciousness. This is what Prabhupada said in the Nectar of Instruction. The real atonement is the awakening of our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you so much for this wonderful session on Prayaschitta and atonement. Yes, everyone will have so many questions that I have done this problem, how to rectify like that. As you said, like it cannot be rectified, but again with the same thing what we are doing. So karma kanda will not help in rectifying the sins. Only platform that we have to go above, and that is holy name. Thank you, Mara. Thank you so much. Even in an Namavasha stage, it has so much potency to give us liberation. Thank you, Maharaj, to giving us so much encouragement and inspiration and faith on the holy name, and to continue our chanting and Krishna consciousness, and to go in the path of awakening our Krishna prema. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. There are no hand raises. I have one question, Maharaj. So you said at one place that a devotee, his sometimes mind is going here and there, but somehow his hand is in the bead bag. So, but we also are a little bit concerned about the 10 offenses to the holy name. So how to uh, overcome that, and because it not affect our bhajan
Yeah,
if you are not.
definitely. Definitely. Because there are three ways. Offensive chanting, beginning, there is offensive chanting. That's there. Then as we continue to chant, then there's a clearing stage. Slowly get clear. And then the third level is pure chanting. That will come. But in the beginning, it will be like that. So one time devotee asked Prabhupada, what is the result of chanting? Prabhupada says the result of chanting is more chanting. So although the mind gets distracted, it is because that's the nature of the mind. But there is no other way, only continuous chanting. Right? So by continuous chanting, and then if sometime the mind becomes fixed, the mind becomes that has been proven also. There's no other way. In beginning with chant, the mind will be disturbed. The mind is chanchal. Like Arjuna is saying, it's very, very chanchal. But as we continue to chant, then we make progress, then it becomes clear, and then it comes to pure chanting. It will come. But there's no other way, only chanting. Continue chanting, yes, it will get purified. Yes, so this is practice. Practice makes perfect. Sadhana, what we are doing is sadhana bhakti. We should be also lead. When we are chanting, we should also be able to hear what we are chanting. Right? That's the most important. Sometimes devotees say that, should we think of Krishna's pastime? No, because the chanting will come. Chanting is like the flower budding, but flower in the beginning is like in the bud form, small. This is chanting. And then the flower slowly start opening. And then we get the guna, the smell of the flower. And then the form. And then when the flower is fully bloom, and that's lila. The Nam, from Nam comes Gun, Roop, and Lila. It's all coming from Nama only. So something which is precious, something which is Goloka Premadhan, so we should keep it very nicely. We should chant wonderfully, nicely, that it will bear its fruits. And what is the fruits that will come? This is like watering, right? We need a seed. The seed has been given by Gurudev already. So seed is not enough. So seed means the Bhakti Lata has been given by Gurudev. So we need to water it. And what is the watering? For a seed to grow, there is required watering. It requires we put more we call that fertilization for it to grow. So this watering has to be done, not only the seed. Seed is required, but if you don't water it daily, it will get dry, it will die, right? Not only that, what it requires, seed, what is required? Seed is required, watering is required, and fertilize a soil, fertilized soil is also required. And fertilizing soil means like developing good qualities. A seed alone is not enough. So you need fertilization, fertilizer, good soil, plus watering. And then it will be a nice, wonderful fruits. So this is why, while chanting has been given, this chanting, if these 10 offenses has been given to us, we should be free from that. And most important is to be inattentive while chanting the holy name. Slowly, you have to increase our chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you. Watering is hearing. Hearing and
watering is Shravanam Kirtanam Smaranam. That's like watering. You're watering the seed. First, the seed has been given. Bhakti Lata is been given by Gurudev, right? So you need to water it daily. That's why Mahaprabhu said a devotee should become like a good gardener. Watering means Shravanam Kirtanam Smaranam. This is watering. And a good soil, fertilized soil also is required. Not only water is required. You also need to plant the seed. You need a good fertilized soil. So that fertilized soil means developing the good qualities of a devotee. That's also required.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for that. And I see Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji. You can please ask your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my pranams to you. I just wanted to understand, my chanting at least is, very distracted and not very attentive. So, is this Namabhas or is it something different?
Yeah, they say like that also, like the second level is Namabhas. Right? So first is the offensive chanting, second level, and then the third level is pure chanting. But in any way, if we should also go higher from that platform, second level, which is often clearing stage, right? The second level is a clearing stage, Namabhasa. But then we should go higher by chanting purely. And that takes time. And that only can go higher only by chanting. It will happen. There's no other way. By continuously chanting the same name, we can go above the clearing stage, right? Yeah. It requires improvement. It requires improvement. We always need to improve. Why do we need to improve? Because of mind. Because of the mind. The mind is enemy. The mind is chantalam. The mind is stubborn. The mind is strong. So with the mind, with the same mind, right? We think of God. The same mind that actually put us down. With the help of the same mind, we should go higher, right? By chanting the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we need to work on our relationship with the holy name by chanting properly, and that will get improved, and then we can reach the higher stage. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
It seems there is no more question. Mataji. Thank you so much. So, wishing you all a happy Radhastami coming soon. Can pray to Srimati Radharani to improve our chanting also, because we are chanting her name mostly. And she is the one who actually brought this holy name to us in the form of Mahaprabhu, but in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is most merciful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas. Pancha
Krishna Kripa Sindhu Bheva Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Namo
Namaha.
Vaishnavebhyo Vaishnav Namo Namaha. Jai.
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 Maharaj ki
Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Thank you,
Jai.
Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Jai.
Gauranga.
Nityananda.
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 Nityananda. Nityananda. Radhe.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Thank you
Bol.
so much, dear devotees, for
Hari
joining
Bol.
the call. Let's see
Radhe.
tomorrow.